Hi guys, Watches and Wonders 2024, and we're at the Ulysse Nardin booth with Jean-Christophe, who is responsible for products, as they call it. He is behind also the new Freak S Nomad that we're going to talk about. But first, a little word about the Freak. Of course, it's a very avant-garde timepiece. It has been designed many years ago with the ideas of Ludwig Axelin, and movement-wise, it's so different than any other watch. It's revolutionary. It will introduce silicon in the watch industry, and in that respect alone, it's already worth mentioning. But there's so much more to it. Jean-Christophe, thanks for being here in the video with us and explaining us the watch. Can you tell us some technical words about what is the Freak and how has it been built up?
Well, it's difficult to summarize in few words what is the Freak because it's so unique and difficult to conceive. So the short way to explain it is that it's based on a kinetic principle like a contemporary art object. But if you want to bring a little bit more logic in the reasoning, the principle of the Freak is that the movement is telling the time, meaning that the movement is rotating on itself, indicating the hours and the minutes. In other words, it's the most complex hour and minute timepiece that you can find in the industry. In a Freak, 95% of the components are moving either constantly or occasionally. And this is what is spectacular. And it is not only related to the movement, because the case is also part of the movement. So in fact, most of the components of the entire watch are turning, creating an impressive flying carousel.
And then there's the Freak S. When was it introduced?
It was introduced 2 years ago.
2 years
yes.
ago, right? That is already, again, a big evolution in terms of what the Freak already is.
Yes.
Can you explain us what is the evolution from coming from different Freak
Yes.
versions?
So in fact, when you look at the history of the Freak, you will find many layers. Inside the Freak collection, you will find more than 20 patents. The principle of the Freak S is that it's the superlative version of the Freak, carrying many of the patents that we have created during the past years. Particularly, you will find, of course, 10 components in silicone, the diamond seal treatment on the top of the escapement, and basically the architecture of the caliber is that it's a double oscillator, and it's the first double oscillator in the world being automatic winding, because of another patent that we have, which is related to the grinder, which is a blade module made of blades that has twice more efficiency than a traditional oscillating weight. So basically, you will find 2 oscillators, a vertical differential system, very similar to a differential that you can find in the automotive industry, for example. And then you will have, of course, as it is a Freak, the movement telling the time with a flying carousel.
And it's interesting watch. It's so on technical level, this is really that piques my interest very much. Now, this year it's the Freak S Nomad.
Yes.
What is the difference again? This is a visual upgrade, I think.
Well, we really wanted to tell a story that corresponds to the values of Ulysse Nardin. I mean, we are a brand of pioneers, technically speaking. We have covered all the ocean in our history, and then with the Freak collection, we are using this product as a laboratory on the wrist. So the Nomad is traveling, and the idea is that, in fact, at the beginning of the project, we wanted to express this notion of pioneering spirit and perpetual travel through creating a caliber that will look like a drone. So this is why you have these 2 oscillators. This is why you have this spectacular 3-dimensional architecture.
Yeah.
So this drone is a traveler. And also we have added to this spectacular caliber some low-tech elements corresponding to métier d'art executions, particularly the hour disc, which is handmade guilloché. It gives a spectacular reflex in terms of light, enhancing the caliber, and it has been realized in a sandy color, which is a color that nomads like very much.
Sounds very good, and it's a very beautiful piece. Guys, check it out also on the website, on the Ulysse Nardin website, Monochrome website. This is a really interesting piece, and technically, if you are technically interested in watches, this is something to really dig in. Jean-Christophe, thank you so much.
Thanks, Frank.
Merci.